All right, round 2. We are on the play again. Let's see what we got. Yeah, this is a keep. This is a keep. We even get to start her off with the old Fire Weaver. And if we, well, actually, oddly, it might make more sense to start it off with the Construct. And the reason is, it depends on what we draw. But if we miss a land drop, we really don't want to miss a land drop, essentially. Well, geez, we're lucky today. Our opponent's mulling a lot, frequently. Very good for us. I guess it's more our opponent's unlucky than us lucky, but same diff, right? Okay, so this is the example here. I think we actually play the Construct, and the reason that we're playing the Construct is we really want to hit a land next turn, because if we don't, we might be in some trouble. So we're going to use it, and we're keeping that on top. So we would have drawn the land, which means we could have done, done 1 extra damage with Fire Weaver. I'm not going to get worked up over it. It's really not a big deal. It's much more important to me that we just hit our land drops. Our opponent says good luck, high five, and I want to see if they kept on top or bottomed. They put it on top. Eddie Trailhawk. So this card's good. I like that card. That is a good card. So let's get our land going here. So I guess we want to play the Fire Weaver, because then we can play Tower into Sparks at some point. Or maybe even, actually, if we draw the land, we can go Wingsmith into Tower, get a flyer. Maybe the flying is unnecessary. We'll find out. This Welding Sparks card is amazing in our deck, by the way. Just amazing. Oh yeah, I've seen this card. What is it? It's like a 3/2 first strike if it's if you have an artifact. It's pretty good for a 1-drop. Ooh, synergies. Wait a second. At the beginning of combat on your turn. Oh, that card's not quite as good as I initially thought it was. I see. Two cards left in my opponent's hand. We miss a land drop. So I can attack with both. Huh. Alright, let's play the Dynaval Tower and pass. Basically, I don't really want to attack into that, and I don't really want to use a Welding Sparks on any of those things. So we're going to play the Dynaval Tower and set up for a Welding Sparks at some point, which can now deal, what, 5 damage? Which is pretty good for 3 mana at instant speed. Another Smuggler's Copter? Jeez. Alright. I think we're going to have to Welding Sparks that little bad boy, because it's very good. Alright. Take our medicine. Alright, well, I think we're going to be using Welding Sparks this turn. Remember, it does give us some energy, which is cool. Stay back. We'll kill the Smuggler's Copter. I assume my opponent's gonna... I mean, how can you not activate it here? I guess it's possible they don't. Doesn't seem super likely, though. Captured by the Consulate. Enchanted creature can attack whenever opponent casts a spell if it has a single target. Change the target to enchanted creature if able. So, yeah, that's going to stop our welding sparks, huh? Well, that's difficult. I guess that means we have to welding sparks the Toolcraft Exemplar now, which I didn't really want to do, but the problem is if I don't, I'm just not going to be able to. I basically have to cast on my own guy. So we'll kill the Exemplar. My opponent's going to get in with the Copter. They're going to get to loot, which is really good for them, but like I said, I'm just not really given another option here. All right, so we'll kill the Exemplar, prevent some damage to myself. Get our sweet, sweet energy counters. If we draw a land, we can do the High Tide Hermit too, which is going to be fantastic. It'll make our Dynavolt Tower able to do things. Otherwise, we play the Ducata Peafowl, which might just be smarter to play. Well, no, I guess it is better to play the High Tide Hermit. All right. Opponent got us there pretty good, though. That Consulate, this Captured by the Consulate card is pretty sweet. It's a puzzle. This thing still going to be one short. That's a problem. It's a problem. I guess we play, well, all right. So if we play the Puzzle Knot, we get to use the tower next turn guaranteed, which we probably just need to do. Otherwise, I can play the Peafowl, deal 1 damage to my opponent. I can attack with the Construct. And then I can leave up, I can play the Puzzle Knot, still leave this up to block that. Maybe that is smarter. It makes better use of our mana too. All right, let's do that. So we'll attack. Play the Peafowl. Deal damage to our opponent. Pass a turn. Our opponent also did not loot last turn, to note, which means they have, I assume, some pretty good cards in their hand. Console Shield Guard. Ooh. Card's pretty sweet. 4 mana, 3/4/2. Nothing to scoff at. Nothing at all. Alright, so we got our 5th land. Let's play the Hermit and pass. This lets us use Dynavolt Tower as well as be defensively pretty sound. Alright, I assume that means my opponent's got a pump spell, but I'm just not in any position to play around that, so let's go for it. Alright, I guess they didn't. It's an odd attack. Oh, never mind. The flying. That makes sense. take it back. It makes perfect sense. All right. Getting a little bit low on life here. Aha! That's pretty awesome. So let's attack with Eager Construct, play another High Tide Hermit, and Dynavault Tower the Eddy Trail Hawk. All right. No more flyers from our opponent. And we've got some 4/4 defenders that do not look like they're going to be able to attack too easily here, but that's all right. All right, well, now we have the flyer, so we're all good. Ooh, there's that sweet Era of Innovation. I really like that card with this puzzle knot. So we can go Wingsmith as well. We can go Wingsmith, give our P-Foul flying, and basically just fly in. This thing can make this indestructible, though, so that's going to be a problem. I can still chump block with my Fire Weaver. I'm probably just going to have to... It's not even chump blocking. I can... He can only make one of these indestructible, too. I think this will be fine. So let's figure out the best play here. I think it's Era of Innovation plus Puzzle Knot and pay the extra one. Let's just get that online now. So we'll do Era of Innovation. We'll do Puzzle Knot. We'll pay the extra one. We'll deal one to our opponent. All sorts of stuff going off here. Get that. Get this. Do we need lands? No. Bottom those. And we'll pass. Okay. All right, no attack from our opponent. So we can start getting in with our P-Foul. There's a Salivating Gremlin. Let's get in with the P-Foul. And I think we're just going to play the Wingsmith. Oh yeah, this is an Artificer. I didn't even realize that. Well, that's too bad. I could have had 2 extra energy. This is an Artificer too, jeez. I should have done... I never actually did a Artificer count for my own deck. That would have been smart. So we can... Alright, let's just draw. Okay. So we got a land. What can we do? We can crack the Puzzle Knot, which I think we just want to do. Find an artifact. Bottom these bad boys. So we can do P-Foul. Our opponent's got, what, 7 attackers. We have 1, 2, 3. We'll have 5 blockers. Might be dangerous. I don't think it will. But let's just set up a little bit longer here. Play the Gremlins for now. Leave up the Dynavolt Tower. Because another artifact in our opponent is, I believe, legitimately dead, right? They'll take 5, 6 with the Fire Weaver. Yes. Okay. Draw. We got the artifact, so let's do this. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we play the monitor. Deal that. Do this. This thing. That thing. This, that, the other thing. So we get that. That gets flying. This gets pumped. That deals a damage. We do this. We get in for 5. And Dynavolt Tower for the win. All right. Got their game 1, so we can beat them all to 5. Barely, but we did get there. Oh, let's see. All right. Let's keep it going. All right, Wingsmith got a lot better, I admit. Now that I know it's an Artificer, so it's got that sweet Era of Innovation synergy, which, by the way, this card is sweet. This card plays way better than I thought it would. Just never sacrificing it and just trying to generate as much energy as you can. I'm really happy to see Dynavolt Tower doing something as well. That is awesome. And even the Puzzle Knot's playing well, so that's cool. Let's see. I don't want to run Wingsmith over anything, so let's just do it again. You're not an Artificer, right? No, you're just a Vidalcan. You're just a regular run-of-the-mill Vidalcan. So we can bring in the Gremlin, actually. This might be a smart idea, because we know our opponent's got that sweet 3/3 rare flying vehicle. That alone might just be worth it. And I probably cut like a Fire Weaver for it. Fire Weaver was legitimately sweet that game, but I think it's the weakest card in our deck. Like, I don't want to cut artifacts. I don't really want to cut any of our artifact synergy cards. And I certainly don't want to cut any of these energy counter cards because they're so important for Dynavolt Tower. Even though Fire Weaver was legit that game. But let's bring in the Gremlin just so we have a sweet out for that awesome 3/3 flying vehicle. All right, let's try this again. Yeah, we'll keep this. I mean, the Eager Construct Scry effect seems like it'll be helpful for us, so what could go wrong? The only thing I could see that could go wrong would be drawing a bunch of lands. But hey, isn't that where the Scry comes in? Isn't that where the Scry comes in? All right, so opponent keeps that 6 on the play. Aha! Probably our most premium removal spell. Awesome to see. Well, I guess our most premium removal spell would be the... Uh-oh. Turn 2 Smuggler's Copter, you say. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. The Dynavolt Tower is our most premium removal spell. What do I got? Yes. Yes, I will keep that. So, are we going to have to leave up Welding Sparks? Yeah, I guess we kind of are. I assume my opponent's going to get a creature this turn. Really start abusing us with that copter. Aha. Unfortunately, this helps my opponent so much more than it helps me because I already kept the card from my construct on top. So I guess I still want it. Dat Smuggler's Copter Dough. Yeah, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Jeez, just ditching removal spells? Seems good. Alright, I guess we'll swing with our construct. And pass. Kind of sucks because he doesn't have to use the copter here if he's playing around Welding Sparks, which would be a smart move by my opponent. But no choice. Alright, they're going for it. So we go to combat and try and burn it. Well, there you have it. All right. Very good, very good. Malfunction. So let's play the Gremlin to start her off. I guess we can swing with the construct. Play a Gremlin. So we've got a hard removal spell, right? Sort of hard removal spell. Blue hard removal spell. Ice. Aye. Jeez. Guess it's mythic for a reason, right? Holy jeez. What's the crew requirement on that? 3? Man, it's hardly a requirement. Well, I guess the good news is Malfunction is sweet. Alright. Hard removal, here we go. Now we're in full-fledged chill-out mode, because we have more cards in hand than our opponent. Sky Captain World of Tomorrow is a pretty good card, though. Jeez. Alright, let's get the Hermit out there. I mean, I want the Theorist, too, but... Is the Hermit really going to do that much for me? I guess not. Let's just play the less expensive Theorist, because I think scrying is going to be important. We need to dig for some gasoline. Alright, Monitor, not bad. Let's... I guess we play the Hermit here, though. The reason we're playing the Hermit instead of the Monitor is because Monitor, even with Menace, still gets killed by some servo tokens. So let's just wait for some sweet, sweet artifact synergies instead. Alright, I guess that's not the end of the world. I do like that Skywhaler shot. That's a good removal spell. I just realized we're playing against mono... No, we're not playing against mono white. I was like, our opponent's mono white? That's not the case. Ooh, Snare Thopter. That's a sweet card. Let's get that little bad boy out here, huh? Huh? A little hasty flyer? Pretty sweet. And we'll drop this guy while we're at it, too, right? Aha! Shield Guard. Yeah, that guy's good. 4 mana 3/4s are typically pretty good. But we are currently ahead on the race, so that is the good news. What do you got for me, deck? No. No, I don't want that. Looking for better. All right. Well, so much for that. Let's get in with the flyer again. Guess we'll play the land and pass. Kind of have to attack with the shield guard. Thing is, I can double block it, so that tells me my opponent doesn't have a bottom that. Tap draw. Ooh, sexy. Let's do this right now. Pre-combat. I guess we can do all blue because we still have 2 and 2. Well. Wow. Thank God for draw effects, right? Let's get in with the Thopter. Play the Vantage and pass. Eddy Trailhawk. Sure. Scry, what do you got for me, deck? Ruinous Gremlin. Well, not very good here, so we'll ditch it. Sky Sovereign is well taken care of at the moment. Salivating Gremlin. Okay, well. Oh, no. Combat trick? No? All right. Okay. The old Exemplar. All right, this card is not nearly as good as I thought it was. Still very good. Not nearly as good. Bottom that. And tap. Draw. I could be doing it. Well, all right. This is where Revolutionary Rebuff does not seem quite as sexy, I admit. But who knows? Maybe my opponent's going to toss some bomb out there, and then I'll be happy about it. Basically, at this point, my opponent needs to play a 5+ drop in order for me to even counter with this. Seems unlikely. A 5+... Oh. All right. Opponent says good games. And I guess we're on to the finals. Yeah, we even beat a Sky Sovereign, Sky Captain, World of Tomorrow, and a Smuggler's Copter. Our opponent has some sweet, rare, and mythic vehicles, that's for sure. Jeez. All right, on to the finals with our blue-red, artifacty, energy countery deck.